They say lightning doesn't strike twice, but in this family, it's hit 4 times. We first met Annie Barnett when she was in the fight of her life after surviving 2 brain aneurysms. Not only did she recover, she saved loved ones by discovering a cruel family curse.
I pushed through it. I didn't stop myself. I wanted to be the woman that survived a brain injury and kept on going.
It was frightening and it was unknown, didn't know what the outcome was going to be.
Here she is, you know, she's back to our Annie.
In a way, she's sort of saved your lives.
Oh, there's no two ways about it.
3 generations of the Barnett family poring over precious memories. Moments like these, they'll cherish forever.
You're always smiling now. Yeah, even in this one, look, you're not smiling.
The Barnetts will be the first to tell you they're incredibly lucky to be alive.
I have trouble winning the 5th division lotto, but we can get the rarest odds of aneurysms.
And trust them when they say it's a lottery you don't want to win.
I don't wish on anyone to ever go through an experience, such a bad experience, such as a brain injury.
Their nightmare started in October 2021. It was a Sunday night, just like any other, but around 10 p.m, their lives changed forever.
I remember I woke up with the worst headache I ever had. It felt like someone was just smacking me in the head.
A then 21-year-old Annie Barnett telling a current affair she woke in agonising pain. Unable to move, she crawled down the hallway of her Brisbane family home, screaming for her parents, Carol and Greg.
She was telling me, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe.
Rushed to the hospital, the news that came next, no one expected.
They did an MRI and that's when they found that I had a bleed on the brain.
To doctors' horror, they discovered another 4 aneurysms on Annie's brain, and it became a race against time to save her life. Undergoing an emergency craniotomy, part of Annie's skull was removed in an attempt to stop the bleed. It appeared to be successful until a second aneurysm ruptured.
At one stage they said they did everything they could for her and it was between Annie and God.
I was terrified of the unknown at that time.
Obviously very determined though to be sitting here and telling us where you're at today.
I'm doing really well, recovering. Graduated uni a year later and have this bright new perspective on the world. Want to do the best I can for myself and all of my loved ones and definitely spread the word about aneurysm awareness.
At the time, Annie was unaware the medical misfortune would hit again, so close to home.
They did say it was unusual for her to have 5 aneurysms, so because of that, perhaps we should all get tested because it could be familial.
They said, I've got bad news for you. Both you and your wife have got aneurysms.
Greg had 6 aneurysms, 3 on the brink of rupture. Carol had 4, and Annie's paternal grandmother Cheryl also had 2.
We were just shell-shocked. Did this really happen? Unfortunately, within a couple of weeks, I was in getting a brain operation as well. And then Carol was only a month after me getting hers.
After 2 tumultuous years, the Barnetts are embracing the glimmers of hope.
I always think that, you know, Annie having it, which was the most shocking thing probably we've ever gone through, but really saved her father's life by the fact that he got tested and had immediate surgery.
A brain aneurysm is a bulging, weakened area in a blood vessel in the brain. Many people, like Cheryl, live with brain aneurysms that go unnoticed, but if they rupture, it can be fatal.
I thought, I don't believe it. You know, I don't feel like I've got anything. But they're like a ticking time bomb. That's the whole thing.
No one taking the news harder than her husband, John.
I was shocked. What can you do? I didn't want to lose a son, didn't want to lose a grandchild or the wife. We've been married now 60 years, so they're pretty hard to replace.
Now Annie is making it her personal mission to raise awareness through the Royal Brisbane and Women's Hospital Foundation.
I want everyone to know what an aneurysm is, and I'm so passionate about it. It's probably my biggest passion in life now. I think there was an assumption, because I was young, that this wouldn't happen to me, because it can happen to anyone. It can happen to a 6-month-old baby. Like, it doesn't discriminate.
What does surviving something like this teach you all?
never take life for granted.
To be grateful and to not to be too complacent with your health. Check things out if you think something's not quite right.
I have like a go-getter perspective on life now, and it's not stopping anytime soon.
What a beautiful, strong family. Their story certainly gives you a dose of perspective, doesn't it?